All right, welcome to episode 4 of the preseason JFL Dynasty overview. We're 4 days from the draft. Um, I like to get this out of the way first off. My editor, Aaron Johnson, aka Co-Commish Mystery Meat 17, is fired from the job of making thumbnails. He messed up this last time. He put the wrong team in the thumbnail. NRG is goated as this week's team, and it was supposed to be rotation station in that spot. So he is fired. In fact, I may dock a pick from his team just for that little mess up. But without further ado, let's get into Juggernaut JSS's team. First thing out of the way, this is another recipient of the I am not active during the Dynasty offseason award. And so you will get that. Congratulations. All right, let's get into the team quick here. QB, Baker Mayfield, really good QB. He's going to give you some solid points. Only 30 years old, which for QBs, they can go into 35, maybe even 40. So nothing wrong there. Tampa Bay is a good team. They got good weapons. So he's solid. Sam Darnold, I mean, I'd put him as a 2, maybe 3. I have my questions if he's going to be as good as last season with the last 2 games that he played. And then Kirk Cousins, I mean, he's a backup at this point, not on a team. He could get the starting role, which could give him some value. And then A. Rich is more of a flyer, a bad flyer at that. I would trade him for a second round pick straight up right now. And I believe that's it for QB on this team. Let's go to running back. Kareem Hunt, Dust. Josh Jacobs, very good. Gave you a lot of points last year. I like Josh Jacobs quite a bit. Jerome Ford, he's going to be a 2 now. Quinshon Judkins is most likely going to take the role, but he is going to get some run. Probably as the second running back for the Browns. And then Kamara, old. I would trade him while you can. Christian McCaffrey, getting up there. Injuries are an issue. Same with Kamara. I would maybe look to offload these for picks while you can, especially if you're not planning on contending. Kenneth Walker, I mean, I don't really know what to think about Kenneth Walker. He gets hurt a decent amount, and Charbonnet's kind of cut into his role a little bit. Charbonnet played well for stretches. So, I mean, he's still viable. He's still got value. Maybe a guy you look to trade as well. And I know there will probably be a market for Kenneth Walker. Heck, I'd probably be interested in Kenneth Walker, but that being said, I don't really see. I mean, there's Ray Davis and Eric Gray. I feel like Ray Davis has a little bit of value, just a tiny bit of value. He got a little bit of run, and if Cook were to go down for Buffalo, he'd have some value there. All right, let's go to wide receiver. Keenan Allen not on a team yet. Maybe the Vikings pick him up. I don't know, but so you need to do something about that. DK Metcalf on Pittsburgh. Who's going to throw him the ball? That's an issue right there. And then Demarcus Robinson. Okay, dust. Lazard, dust. Gibson, that's nothing. Polk, really, I thought he was going to be good, but he looked really bad. Face plant bad. So maybe look to offload him if someone wants to take a shot for like a third round pick or something. Trying to see Rashee Rice and Chris Godwin, both really good pieces, although Godwin is getting up there. So you might want to look at getting rid of him to a contending team, unless you're planning on using him again this year to contend. Rashee Rice, so he's gonna be good, really good. A guy that maybe you could build around. Also, his value is going to be really high right now. So if you do want to get rid of him and build out the rest of your team, you can. And then tight end Kincaid, major face plant. He has not lived up to potential. Still has some upside. Tight ends usually are late bloomers. So maybe down the road he gets better. Do you want to wait 4 years? I don't know. Dawson Knox, nothing to be excited about there. Grants and Tremble, again, nothing. Higgins, nothing. I mean, there's not much there. So for this team, I would say you probably want to target tight end and wide receiver, as well as maybe getting one more QB on roster. You have all your picks, so you're in a good spot there. So that's good. I mean, it's pretty much BPA. Even another running back couldn't hurt because you got a lot of guys that are older. So BPA here, and again, got to get active to get those trades moving. Now let's go to the next team. Love Hurts, NRG is goated. Here's a team that took over. He took over a really bad team and managed to turn it around a little bit here. So you got for QBs, Jordan Love. He's decent. He hasn't lived up to potential, but he still has room to grow, especially with his contract. Hurts, stud, really good. And then Drake May, really good prospect. And then Joe Flacco and Willis are spot starters if the starters on their teams go down. So you can get some value out of those guys. Joe Milton is the sneaky one. If Dak is not good or goes down again with an injury, he could get a chance to play and maybe he shines. So you got something there. Let's go to running backs. So this is a rough part of your team. Tony Pollard, decent, but not a guy you want to rely on. Same with James Conner. He's good, but 30 years old. He's going to wear down. His running style is very physical, so the chances of injury are decently high with him. You can never predict injury, but with him, it's kind of becoming an issue here. And I want to say, yeah, 2023 had a stretch where he's hurt. I think this past year he got hurt too. I just don't remember where. And then let's see, what else for running back? Wilson, I mean, backup. Justice Hill has a little bit of value just because he's a pass-catching running back. Corum, maybe some value, although the Rams did draft a running back or get one as a UDFA that could challenge him for backup to Kyron. So there's that. Zach Moss has a little bit of value with Cincy. But just still not a ton. Not a ton. Could probably drop Cam Akers. So you'll be looking to upgrade at running back. Wide receiver, you got Thielen. He's 35, so you're going to be looking for something else there. Wicks doesn't have a lot of value anymore. The Packers drafted Savion Williams and their first round pick, whose name is escaping me right now. Golden. And then Leggett didn't flash as much as he could. He has another season to prove himself. Still a good prospect for Leggett. And let's see, who else do you got? Tyler Lockett. I mean, the corpse of Tyler Lockett, corpse of Christian Watson. Yeah, you don't really have a ton of wide receiver depth here, or at all, actually. So I'd look to wide receiver is your main group that you're gonna want to get better at here. And then let's look at tight end. You got Hawk and Kraft. That's a good duo. Yeah, I won't say anything more about them. They're really good. And then Musgrave waiting in the wings. He's probably a guy you can drop at this point. He's more of a blocking, maybe change of pace tight end. And Eric All, I don't really know much about because he got hurt, and I don't think he'll be anything special. And so yeah, let's look at your picks. You got 102, good spot. You got all your picks basically. You can do a lot. You can trade 102 for a haul. You can draft your guy, whether that's like Travis Hunter, Ted McMillan, or Marion Hampton, maybe even Cam Ward if you think he's that good to go there. And yeah, you could do a lot. You could try to trade to 101, although I know the Oregon is looking for a lot there. So yeah, I mean, this team definitely kind of in a BPA mode, although building out your wide receiver core is the best way to success in this league. And you already have the foundation of a really good QB core. And then now all you need to do is build out your wide receiver core and then have you don't need a decent tight end, and then maybe two to three, like two really good running backs and one decent running back, and you're in gold. You've struck gold. So, I mean, there's a lot to love and a lot to work on here. I think you'll be a middle of the pack team this coming up this next season. We'll see. And yeah, that's kind of the two teams I want to look at this year. Again, Juggernaut JSS gets the inactive in the off season award, and NRG is rebuilding right now. He's doing really well from where the team was. So Juggernaut JSS will look to get back into the playoffs, and Love Hurts will look to be middle of the pack, maybe even squeak into the playoffs. We'll see. So that about sums it up for this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.